A lot of people have been debating in the recent chapter of One Piece whether or not Luffy trying to punch Loki was a cheap shot or out of character since he was chained up and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like, honestly, this has me kind of confused because which Luffy are we talking about? I think people need to remember that first and foremost, Luffy is a pirate, and this is a story about pirates. Remember when Lucky Roo smoked one of the mountain bandits within like what? The first 10 episodes of the anime? That was in the beginning, bruh. And the reason I bring that up is to say that this isn't out of character for Luffy one bit. Matter of fact, it's perfectly in line with his character. Luffy has never been a person to back down from a fight, especially if you're talking about one of his friends or trying to hurt someone he cares about. Firstly, I want to correct something I said in my last video. I don't think Loki dodged this hit, more so Luffy intentionally missed his face and this was just a warning shot. The reason it was such a powerful warning as in him using Gear 4 is because Loki is a giant, and not just any giant. Luffy could sense his presence all the way in Rhodes Castle, which as you can see is way higher up in Elbaf since Elbaf is massive. Loki made a mistake of talking trash about someone Luffy cares about, and we already know how much Luffy rides for his friends. Governments know how much Luffy rides for his friends. Like, this is one of the central plot points of One Piece, bruh. Luffy literally goes to different islands and overturns the governments because he sees that someone that has just offered him food is suffering due to the government's actions. A bowl of rice would have Luffy punching dragons in the sky, bruh. So trying to punch Loki isn't a crazy jump of logic for him. I think the reason some people didn't like it is because they mischaracter who Luffy truly is. We know that when he was a kid, he was a smoke demon. He would go after anyone if you came after him or the people that he cared about. He didn't care how strong you were or how much people you had backing you up. He was always ready to run the fade. That was until he met Shanks though. See, Shanks taught him something about strength and how to show it that changed Luffy's perspective forever. When the bandits pulled up and started acting crazy, that boy Shanks did not move, speak. He let them do what they had to do and show off for who they had to show off for, and then he let them leave. This was the lesson that Luffy learned from Shanks. He learned what it meant to truly be strong. Shanks could have divine departure them straight to the West Blue, but then he would have destroyed the bar and Luffy and Makino probably would have been dead. And this is something that we've seen consistent with Shanks' character throughout the entire show. He always wants to limit the amount of collateral damage. He literally stopped Kaido from pulling up to Marineford and then stopped the war himself and then applauded Kobe for trying to stand up to Akainu. He did all of this because he's strong and he knows it and everyone else knows it. He doesn't constantly need to show people what happens because they know what happens when they mess with his friends. That's also why he embarrassed Kid when he pulled up. He literally said the damage is too great and then proceeded to attack him. Like, he gave Kid a chance. He told him, yo, give me your poneglyphs and I'll let you go. He wasn't trying to shoot the gun. He gave him the option to run away. He didn't want to shoot the gun, but he will do it to protect his friends, which is what Luffy was doing. Obviously, Shanks doesn't need to be protected, but it's to set a precedent that he's consistent with. You can talk about him, spit on him, spill beer on him, Luffy ain't even gonna feel it because he's strong enough to take it. This is why at the bar on Jaya, he told Zoro to stand down, and Zoro did the same because he also knows that Zoro is strong enough to take it. Luffy utilizes violence to protect those that he cares about, and that sets a precedent just like with Shanks. Shanks literally said that if he let Kid slide, people would think he was weak and couldn't protect his friends, which is the same mentality that Luffy adopted post Shanks losing his arm. He learned that you don't have to beat everyone to a pulp to prove that you're strong, especially when someone isn't even attacking you with anything that can actually hurt you. The people we care about and the bonds that we share with them are the reasons we should fight, and those are the things that we should yearn to protect, which is why he nearly took Loki's head off. Not because he just has no self-control, but because he can't let anyone speak badly about anyone he cares about. Like when Frankie beat up Usopp and they went to the Frankie house and completely destroyed it, then posted up waiting for Frankie to come back, or most famously when he declared war on the world government and stormed the Navy base just to get Robin back. Luffy doesn't care too much about what you do to him because he knows he's strong enough and can defend himself. He protects his friends ferociously because, as we can see in the One Piece world, comrades are the most important things and Luffy cares deeply for his friends. Also, real quick, an update on the One Piece manga. So apparently it's going to be on break until December 1st. This is because apparently Oda Sensei is suffering from diabetes, gout, and high blood pressure. I didn't even know that. So you know what? We can go a little while without the One Piece, bro, because we want him to be alive to finish the story. And you know what? I'm going to be dropping more videos as we go along, so that'll keep you all entertained. So if you all like this one, make sure and like the video and subscribe. And you know what? I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Peace out.